those are the two costs for roads that are heavily damaged and need total reconstruction or significant underground repair before we go to surface.
Council President, Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Riley, and I think you just answered my question. So you're saying that you don't know what it looks like that we can't do any resurface projects if we were to do the projects with CDBG dollars? Correct.
I'd have to defer that answer.
Okay, I'll take it by way of referral. How about that? And the other thing is, you stated that reconstruction now 2.1 million per mile.
Yes.
They gone up considerably.
Yep.
Because I thought in my head I had 1.5 million.
Last year we had budgeted with the 1.5 million, and then we had come back for that second funding round because our actual bids were coming in around 2.1 million on the residential roads, and we didn't identify any single item in the bids that was consistent that lifted that price. I think just basically for the size projects we bid under a residential road and just increases over time, that price had moved up because we had done a little bit of work prior, the year before last in 2017 on reconstruction, but we primarily did resurfacing, and then for 2 years prior to that we had no residential program. So we went about 3 or 4 years between a lot of reconstructs and starting to bid out a lot of reconstructs. So through that time, we did, the cost did increase just to simply perform the work.
Do you see the increase because of materials or labor or both?
I think it's both. I think all have increased over that time period.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councilwoman Span.
Thank you. I'm really glad we're having this conversation because in just a few months we'll begin the process of talking about the next 5-year plan, and I think that having a broader sense of how we can spend these dollars is really a good thing. And I think there are times when cities have successfully used CDBG dollars for infrastructure, but I think we have to keep in mind that it always has to be within the purpose of the block grant dollars to provide safe and suitable housing, to build stronger neighborhoods, and to provide economic opportunity in low and moderate income neighborhoods. So I think even though obviously road repair is an important priority, and it sometimes does meet those purposes, to me it would be within the realm of maybe working those neighborhood plans like we just saw presented to us with the junction plan, where if there's some specific infrastructure piece that helps to promote one of those neighborhood plans, then I think it makes sense to consider it. But of course, at this point, that's not within our 5-year plan as it currently stands, correct? And so this would be something that can be a part of the conversation as we go forward and start to put together our understanding of the next 5-year plan. And I would just refer people back again to a document that I know both I and Councilwoman Harper have suggested people look at, which is the U.S. Conference of Mayors document, Best Projects by Cities All Across the Country. And some of those are infrastructure projects, there's housing projects, there's economic development projects. They're pretty wide-ranging, and it kind of helps you understand the full scope of things that we can do with these block grant dollars. But I'm glad we're having the conversation. Obviously, it's not relevant to us right now because it's not in our current 5-year plan, but I think all these kinds of conversations are really important as we get ready to start really looking deeply at what that next 5-year plan will look like. Thank you.
It may not be helpful or relevant today, but we're in the process right now, and I think that's part of the reason why we're having this meeting, is to see whether or not we want to include residential streets within that 5-year plan. We're getting ready to lay that out. It's my understanding in terms of the next 5 years and what we like that the city would like to have included within that, and that could possibly be residential street. And so my question would be, how can the public play a role in setting the priorities for, and I understand the cost involved for $500,000 to $1 million for half a mile or for a mile. I think it was 2.1 million for a mile. But these are part of the discussion in terms of looking for revenues, looking for a source of money to help these projects along the way. So we need, so the public needs to know exactly how they can get involved in this process as well, in terms of making residential streets a priority in the next 5-year plan.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, thank you for that invitation to the community to participate in our 5-year planning process. As you know, that we're about to start planning for the last year of the current 5-year plan, and there will be persons that are interested in participating and meeting the goals we've set in that 5 years. For the last year, we'll be having a meeting on the 25th for applicants for the last year of the current 5-year plan. The good news is the planning for the next 5-year plan starts in May of this year. We will start collecting data in 2019, and the formal process of public hearings will actually start in January of 2020. So we are not that far off. Starting in May of this year, we will begin the planning process for the next 5-year plan. That process is similar to what you have done in the past, which is it requires an extensive outreach to the community. I understand that Toledo did a citywide survey, both online and with community partners. They have used a multiplicity of committees of business persons, neighborhood persons, going out into the neighborhoods and talking to people at all levels. So starting in May of this year, we will be formulating that plan, and we will definitely be reaching out into the communities to find out what priorities people see for the next 5 years in Toledo.
Councilman Sykes.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to be crystal clear as to what CDBG funding will be used for in terms of concrete repaving. Is that what you're saying?
What it states is that for improvements that include landscaping, street lighting, or street signs, commonly referred to streetscaping, installation of streets, street drains, storm drains, curbs, gutters, bridges, tunnels, traffic light signs. If you go into the regulation, it makes it clear it cannot be used for maintenance. And any time that you're talking about patching, it's considered maintenance. So what they're really talking about is significant reconstruction. That's what you can use CDBG for.
Okay. It would be my interest that the money could be used or targeted for neighborhood improvements more so than anything. And when I talk about that, when I travel around this community and I look at the homes, and especially with senior citizen homes that need repair work, need roofing, facade, improve the neighborhood. When I look at, if I go to conferences, we talk about healthy homes. How do we make our neighborhood homes, our neighborhood healthier with the homes that are there? Because most of them are a lot of seniors, that a lot of individuals that purchase homes never moved out. We can go, we talk about South Toledo, the Old South. We can talk about the Junction District, basically old Polish neighborhood. They're still there. They don't have that money to repair those homes. Excuse me. They don't have the money to repair those homes. Once again, obviously you got $3.6 or $4 million for lead. A lot of those homes are contaminated with lead. We have a mayor and an individual that's coming in and want to spend $1.5 million to raise potentially $60 million. Excuse me, my allergies are messing. Want to raise $60 million for pre-K. That area is where all of that is. So how can we, I don't know, say do a salad or blend all of this? The streets are important, definitely are, but it would be my concern that we target more towards the senior citizen and housing, roofing the facade, and how do to make those homes healthy and livable for the individuals that are there.
Councilman Delaney.
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate the conversation that we're having regarding streets and the possibility of CDBG money. And I know, Doug, we've had numerous conversations about many streets in my district, which there's a lot of streets that need a lot of repair. Particularly Library Village. I've talked to residents that have lived there their whole lives. We're talking over 6, 7 decades, and they have never had a street repair. The curbs have been worn down to where they're even with the street, so it's not even really a curb anymore. I guess my question would be, for example, Berwick. We were gonna try to do a reconstruction on Berwick this year, and I understand there's utility work that may need to be done underneath it as well. And if that were going to be done, if the utility work was going to be done, it would be no better time than to do the streets. So I guess my question about Berwick would be, and I know that there's no money right now, but would Berwick, I guess by referral, would Berwick fit the CDBG requirements for that street? And I know the whole street is in need of a reconstruction. Along the lines of funding, we've all got a lot of work to do to figure out how we're going to pay for the services that we're supposed to provide. I've personally talked to our lobbyist who we recontracted with at the end of the year last year in efforts to get Columbus to do anything to improve the monies that we get, including SCM&R monies. I also understand that we don't have enough employees to do everything that we want to do. But along those lines, I think if we're going to go to the community and ask them anything, for anything, we need to step up our service. We need to do a little bit of a better job. It's pretty well documented. Just recently, our slip-ups with both the leaves. It's like a daily reminder about those, and as well as we may have been a little late on the weekend weather. There's people running around saying we had 60 to 100 accidents. Some of that stuff is unavoidable. I understand that. But some people don't. And the impression is that, some of the impression is that we're just not pulling our weight. And I think if we can provide exemplary service, which I do believe we do most of the time, I think the citizens would be very much behind us to help us with a plan to address the streets. I'm a bit dismayed that we don't have a plan for the streets, but we should. And I think that should be a top priority because it does improve your neighborhoods. It's one small step, but it lasts an awful long time when you take that step. And I know it's a little bit expensive, but it's an expense I think we need to undertake because every year we don't resurface, we lose roads to reconstruction. And as Mr. Stevens explained, it's almost 4 times the cost of a maintenance program that can get you 10 to 15 years. So I strongly urge that the roads be part of our plan. Now and really for good. Just the wear and tear on our vehicles as well as the citizens' vehicles would be reduced greatly if we could start getting a handle on these roads. So, thank you all for coming to this meeting, and if there's anything I can do, I'd certainly lend a hand as well. Thank you, Chair.
Councilwoman Hall.
Thank you, Chair. I do like to remind?
Hey folks, Sir Maejor here. So right now I'm standing outside of the City Council meeting. This is a meeting about public works. They're trying to get a bunch of budget. They're voting on money right now. You're talking over $2 million money, over millions of dollars, right? It's about millions of dollars, and they're trying to outweigh their decision, trying to understand what this piece of legislation would offer. It's imperative that you guys come down and be a part of the conversation. At least come listen, and then after you hear what they're talking about, this will have to go before full council. This is just a subcommittee. You guys need to be here. If you want stuff to change in our city, in your districts, you have to come down, get the information. This is where they legally have to talk about the stuff. They got to legally talk about it. Then they'll send it before full council. Folks, if you guys do not come down here, if you don't come down here, they'll make decisions without you. So they're going to make decisions without you. Whatever it is, if you got an issue with police, come to the public safety meetings. If you got an issue with fire department or the legal department or the law department, come down here to those meetings. Each topic of discussion, that's where they have these subcommittee meetings, all right? You want to be here. You want to voice your concerns. I'm running around the city with my head chopped off, fighting for us in a lot of meetings. I've been in 5 meetings today, all right? Sometimes I got to force my way to be in some of these meetings, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it on behalf of the community. You guys ought to be here, okay? I love y'all.
Yesterday, an individual talking about selling his truck and his wife's truck in order to make it. So we need to be prepared for an emergency, and I'm sure that people, although I agree with streets, I'm sure that individuals are going to be coming to us asking for additional money, even in this portion that we've already allocated. So we really need to be cognizant of that. I agree with you, Chair, that we need to be looking into if we can use it. I just found out that we have to have a certain income, which is good for all of us to know. But this year is going to be tight, very tight when it comes to money. And I'm an advocate to make sure that we take care of the agencies and bring more agencies. I sat through when they're interviewing. It's interesting that I can't, for the life of me, don't understand these agencies that are doing the overlapping, why they are not merging together and maybe get more money, and then maybe have us, meaning the neighborhood, direct how they should spend the money, who does what. But we've got to work a way where all these agencies that wanted new agencies, because I want new agencies in there to get additional funds. So thank you, Chair, on this, the CDBG for the residential streets. That's something that we need to look into, work on, but not coming up in real quick. That's what I'm asking. We just need to. Also, when they have interviews, I would suggest for you to come and sit in there and listen to how these individuals are asking for money and why some of them don't, some of them do, or why some of them get more. It's important to us to sit there, and it's a lengthy, and mind you, we don't pay the individuals that are grading these people, but come and listen to what's going on. So when you sit up here and you vote for those individuals, and I'm the only one that's there, and I know what's going on, and I get a little concerned because you don't hear what I hear, I need your help. Thank you, Chair.
I think it's important. I think that the agencies that are receiving CDBG funding currently and those that will receive them in the future are probably doing an excellent job in providing the services that they're required or authorized to do. But I think the public needs to have an opportunity they see as a priority. Some of the services that are being provided is great. However, we all know that this is Councilman Delaney was speaking to. These streets, in most instances, define what the neighborhood looks like. It's an integral and important part of that neighborhood. And so when you start talking about how do you want your neighborhood to look, and how do you see your neighborhood, streets are very important. And so,
Major, I need you to step outside. You're disrupting the meeting.
I didn't disrupt.
I want you to step outside, Major.
I haven't done anything.
Okay, you gonna step outside?
What have I done?
You are disrupting the public
I did
meeting.
not disrupt.
Okay, well,
I was
step
agreeing
outside. Step
instead of clapping.
No. You need I need you to step outside.
I haven't done anything
Okay,
wrong, sir.
you want to be arrested? Then step
Why
outside.
would I be arrested?
Step outside, Major.
What did I have to do?
Come on, step outside.
What have I done? I haven't done anything.
Step outside, Major.
I haven't done anything. What have I done? Instead of clapping, I
Step
snapped.
outside. You want to step outside?
What have I done?
Are you going to step outside?
What have I done? I'm simply asking you, what have I done?
Give me your date of birth, Major.
Give you my date of birth.
Give me your date of
What
birth.
crime did I commit?
Are you going to step outside?
What crime did I commit?
Step outside, Major. Come on.
What did I do? Tell
Come
me
on.
what I did.
Shh. Step outside.
I haven't done anything, sir. I haven't done anything. Sir, please don't touch me, sir. What have I done? I haven't done anything.
Step outside, Major.
Sir, I haven't done anything.
I want to thank both of you for taking an interest in our CDBG funding and funding processes. I think the message is we absolutely welcome and need more public participation in our CDBG hearing process. As council knows, we'll be having a meeting with council to talk about the process on the 16th of this week, Wednesday. Thank you, Jerry. And I invite the public in general to attend that meeting as well, to understand the process. We're not going to talk about specific projects, but we're going to talk about the process that is required for participation and what funds may be available for allocation in the coming year. The other thing I'd like to put on record is, again, there are 2 public hearings that are coming up that are important for the public to participate in. On March 28th, in the Neighborhoods Committee meeting, Councilman Harper is basically sponsoring that first public hearing at 3:30 on March 28th, and the final opportunity for comment on allocations of funds for this program year would be on Thursday, April 4th, which is going to be at a public hearing within a council of the whole meeting at 5:30 in council chambers. So there is plenty of opportunity for this program year, but as I stated, we are also moving into the next 5-year planning process.
You want to step outside, Major?
What have I done?
Such as
I'm actually going to get on step outside.
What have I done?
All right.
Just simply asking you, what have I done?
Have it your way, Major.
Have it my way.
The Department of Neighborhoods and Business Development is certainly on board with trying to make this a broader, more public, more transparent process.
thank you. Thank you, Commissioner.
Good evening, everyone. Jerry Michael Isaac, Commissioner, Street Bridges.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. I see you got you. Thank you so much. Appreciate what you said.
So you get just me. I'm going to kind of roll from leaves to snow and ice and kind of back to leaves, just so you get a better handle as to what actually happened this past snow event. We did have starting
You want to give me your information?
Thursday.
Am I legally required to give you my information?
I'm asking you going to give me your information?
Am I legally required to give you my information?
Yes, you are.
For what crime? What crime do you suspect me of committing?
You're disrupting the meeting. All I need you to do is step outside.
I haven't disrupted anything, sir. I haven't done anything.
All right.
Our bridge trucks set up.
You haven't told me what crime I broke, what law I broke.
So there was
What law have I broken?
quite a bit
All right,
of
man.
planning involved in this event, and we were basically trying to
Art.
juggle 2 things at one time, meaning snow and ice and lake collection. So if you're not aware, we do use all brace of wet snow that shouldn't even amounted to an inch. So we prepared right off the bat for at least a salting operation. Come to Saturday, when we knew the event was coming in, we had crews come in. They were on leaf collection at the time. Mind you, we still had equipment ready to go that wasn't being used for leaves, that was there for snow and ice. I met with the team about 10:30. We went over all the data again that came into us. We ended up calling AccuWeather, and the gentleman from AccuWeather even told us, we're thinking you guys will be hit about 4 o'clock. So 10:30, we're thinking 4 o'clock.
You just see me wave him up.
That's great news. Gives us enough time to switch everything back over and get ready for snow and ice. Come 2 o'clock, that event hit us. It was not.
What did you tell Gary? You told him not to come over here? Because he came over here with his eyes.
Also sat on us for 6-8 hours. It was not wet snow, and it was not an inch. We ended up with that event being at 1.7 inches.
Give me an arrest. Come on.
I haven't done anything.
Come on out. Come on out.
Please don't touch me.
Come on out.
Please don't touch me.
Come on out.
I haven't done anything.
Come on.
I haven't violated any laws.
Come on. Come on, sir.
I haven't violated. Stop bending my arm, please. Stop. He's twisting my arm, officer. This guy's twisting my arm. He's trying to break my arm. This guy's trying to break my arm. This guy's twisting my arm. Yep. You don't have to twist my arm like that, dude. Could you please get him? He's trying to kick me on the ground for no reason. Ah! Please stop. Please stop. Please, dude. You don't have to twist my arm. Please don't twist my arm, sir. Please don't twist my arm. Slow him down. Please don't twist my arm. They don't have to twist my arm like that, please. Please stop. Please stop. Can you please get him, please? Please don't twist my arm, sir. Please, can you please film this? This guy's twisting. He didn't have to twist my arm like that. That was completely unnecessary, man. I have not violated any laws.